when we talk about human beings, I think that the ability that some people have of being annoying has to be discussed. I mean, in so many instances that annoyance is not intended. Maybe you are used to arrive at the wrong time or have very bad timing, or maybe you used to say the wrong thing to the wrong people at the worst possible moment. That happens a lot, right? And we think that, oh, so many people are annoying in one way or another. And it's tragic when they don't notice it and they don't do anything about it. But there is a special place in hell for people who like to be annoying on purpose. And not to be outdone by his peers in the liberal influencer scape, Harry Sisson has decided to appear on Piers Morgan and have these crazy facial expressions in a very annoying way. By the way, I don't understand how it's 2025 and I haven't made a video about Harry Sisson ever. If you don't know who Harry Sisson is, well, he's an influencer from the, let's say, the very left-leaning part of politics in the United States. And here, one thing that I have to mention about Piers Morgan, he was on Piers Morgan, and again, I can have my difference with Piers. He's got me blocked on my Roger Rogue channel. But one thing that I can give Piers Morgan is that he's got the uncanny ability of choosing, or his producers most likely, is choosing the most, diverse cast of characters for his debates, and just let them eat each other. But in this case, a lady was talking about, how liberals look at Trump like he's a Nazi and Hitler. That is those words that we must say. If liberals keep saying them, they have already lost their meaning, and that is such a shame, because that is not something that should be happening. We should be really mindful of what Hitler and the Nazis did to humanity. But in this case, Harry Sisson had this very strange reaction to her words. I'm going to play clips of this, and we're going to be analyzing part by part. I'm going to try to zoom in so you better look at this. And, take a look at his face.
Said he wanted generals like Hitler's. Donald Trump openly admires dictators, including Adolf Hitler. Last October, that was said on the campaign trail from the Democrat.
Kamala Harris said this during the campaign.
Yeah. Okay, a couple of things. One thing that I simply could not stand was, of course, the way that he keeps his mouth open in, like he's stupid. Okay, I want to give Harry the benefit of the doubt. That's how many times have we talked about a stupid Harry in this channel, but it's like this monopoly that the Duke of Sausages has on that title. But I'm gonna give Harry Sisson a chance to prove that he's not stupid. But how can he prove that? I'm gonna mute this and replay it. When he keeps doing those expressions, listening to something that he obviously agrees with, but he does it in a mocking way. I think that I don't understand. I really don't understand, because it is obvious that he is a Democrat influencer. He must agree that Donald Trump admires dictators. He wants, Donald Trump, I think that he actually said that. He wanted generals like Hitler's. And he was reacting in a very childish and annoying way. And I can hear some of you saying, oh, well, but he got your attention. You're making a video about him. That was the point. And I think that most people get this wrong so many times, that not all attention is good attention, because you have to do something with that attention. Precisely, we're talking about Harry and Meghan. You know that can backfire in ways that you cannot predict. But if you attract attention, you have to do something with that attention. He's attracting attention to his face expressions, and he's not doing absolutely anything with that. I'm gonna play the rest of the clip so you see the rest of his reaction.
Said this during the campaign, during the closing days of the campaign. It was her final campaign pitch. Is that high enough ranking for you? You guys you supported her for president.
Exactly, because there have been reports
the person
that Donald
you
Trump
supported for president is someone
just relax,
who was
Jack.
campaigning by calling Trump Hitler.
That's one of the things that I don't like about this debate, because they just don't basically don't respect the terms of each other, and that can be quite annoying. But that is also part of the appeal, right? See them duke it out and see what they can come up with in that limited time.
Jack,
you're so disingenuous when you bring this stuff up. You can't
guys,
acknowledge the fact that your own candidate was on the campaign. She got a video about it. It's on her Facebook, or it's on her Twitter.
Let me offer one here, which is Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, again, it's like Pierce realizes this is going nowhere. Okay, he needs to move the debate forward. It's not going to move unless, well, they get their stuff together. But I want to say something about this expression right here. I'm gonna do a zoom in. I'm gonna play this in slow motion while I speak. I think this is like a Generation Z phenomenon. It's like in the sense that you see people having these expressions like look like you are a Pixar character, and I would have to say at least until halfway the 2010s, Pixar did good movies, and not even in those good movies characters move their faces like this. And I'm going to give you another example of a TikToker that many people were talking about. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna play this on mute so you understand. You don't need to listen. I'm going to disable the subtitles because it's not important. You don't need to listen to what she's saying to notice that, yeah, the exaggeration of her gestures, that's something that has been happening on TikTok for some time. I find it quite distracting. I don't know if they want to emphasize the thing that they say. I don't know why they hold the camera to so close to their faces. I don't understand that. And that is really annoying. I mean, maybe this lady doesn't realize that she's being annoying by doing this. If she took a step or two steps back from the camera, that would be way, way, way better. So again, I think that in this case, Sisson was trying to do it in a mocking way, but I don't understand why he was mocking something that he agreed with. I didn't get that part. And there's another video. This reminded me, I know that I've seen these faces somewhere, and there's another video that you might have watched. I need to make an analysis about that, by the way. You might have seen this video, right? This video is not that new. I'm pretty sure that you have watched it. I need to make a dedicated analysis to this. But you remember how the lady spoke, and yeah, her face was pretty much like, both of their faces look very odd. I'm going to make a dedicated video about this. But back to Harry, because I want to wrap up this. I simply don't know. This is a kind of mysteries, body language mysteries, in which I have no idea what the intention of the guy was. I have seen quite some clips from Harry Sisson in the past, both vertical and horizontal, and I don't remember him reacting like this, especially with the open mouth along how many seconds? I think he had his mouth open for 10 seconds, which, yeah, that's why he looked like a dork doing that. So I really have no idea. But I guess maybe we can advance some kind of theory. Maybe he's appealing to his audience, and his audience looks and behaves like this. And that's the way that he is connecting with them. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language Guy. Much love and bliss.